Hello, welcome to Meet the Candidates. This is the first one of a series of many that we'll have this year during the election cycle here on Shelbyville Now. It's 2026 election time, and we're going to interview as many candidates as we possibly can that would like to come on. Today we have Mr. Jeromy Henderson. Jeromy, it's good to have you with us.
Thanks for having me on.
You are a candidate for District 3.
That's right.
Which is out in the Unionville area, if people don't know. So you would be serving in that area. And we just appreciate you sitting down and taking the time out of your schedule to tell folks about yourself.
Absolutely. I appreciate the chance.
All right, let's get started. I'm just going to start and ask you questions. I've got 5 of them for you. Everybody will be getting the same question. And our goal here is just for voter education, so people will know more about you as a candidate. The first question is just give us a little bit of background information on yourself. Tell us about how long you've lived here in Bedford County, your political affiliation, if you have any, your professional background, what you do for a living. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'll start it out. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm a brother, all of which live here in Bedford County. I have been here a little over a decade. My family has been here. My parents, my sister, and everybody have been here for many decades. I was the last to move here. I was raised under a cattleman. My father, 200 plus head of cattle down south. So work ethic was instilled in me at a young age. You know, we were waking up, dipping posts in oil, running barbed wire fence. And if you weren't going to school, you were doing that or chasing a cow out somewhere.
All right.
Moving along to later in time, I've worked under almost in every sector of the job market that you could. I mean, I was a heavy machinery operator for many years, various construction jobs. I was in hospitality management. I managed some hotels across the United States. I moved into sales and all the way up into industrial sales, where I spent most of the years of my life making my bones until I met my wife. We made some favorable investments, lucky, most would say, very lucky. We were very lucky they panned out, which I used that money. Most people have 401ks. We invested in properties here in Bedford County, so we own houses. We strictly are landlords. We do not develop. We are not associated with contractors or developers in any way. No affiliation there. Now I kind of gave me financial freedom, if you will.
Right.
Gave me freedom of time. And so I decided, well, what can I do with my time? You know, I wanted to do something for the county, which led me to the Bedford County Schools Maintenance Department. They needed help. And I said, well, I'll do that. And I'm on the HVAC team there. I've been doing that for several years for the school board. And I enjoy it. It gave me a lot of insight of how the operations or how things work in the county, what's working, what's not working within schools. I get to talk with a lot of teachers, a lot of county workers. So it's gave me a lot of insight, and I really enjoy that. As far as my party affiliation, I'm a conservative Republican. I vote Republican. But I want to say that my party line has no dictation as far as where I lie for my constituents.
Right.
I'm an arm and only an arm of their voices as a collective. So my party line does not dictate the way I go for that. It's what's best for the county and its voters.
Okay. All right. Question number 2. What led you to this decision to seek office here in District 3? And why do you believe now is the right time for this candidacy?
Well, you know, I care about Bedford County, and I worry that we're at a crossroads, and it can go either way. And I lived through it once, and I don't want to live through it again. You know, my family being cattlemen, we were pushed out of our Bourne County because of just unchecked growth. You know, it really pushed us out. High density neighborhoods come in. Next thing you know, retention ponds come in. You're getting fined because of leaching into those retention ponds. It's just a nightmare when you don't have smart growth. So I figured we're at a crossroads here in Bedford County. I seen the names that were out, and I figured, you know, I probably needed to throw my name in the hat because I've been through it. It's gave me a lot of insight, and I don't want to see poor managing, you know, improper spending, unchecked growth, do the same thing that I've already lived through once and do the same thing to the people of this county.
Right. All right. Question number 3. I guess you're going to probably follow up on that when I ask this question. In your view, what's the greatest challenge that's facing Bedford County today? And then looking ahead, how do you see that challenge changing or growing into the future?
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but it is growth. And it's a snowball downhill. because it's not just one significant thing, growth. The growth and the development of this county, it's going to happen. You can't stop it. Growth is going to happen. But we can slow it down maybe, or we can focus a little bit right now on the things that it brings with it: infrastructure issues, service issues, tax raises, all that kind of stuff that really we need to kind of step back from and not do the ready, shoot, then aim approach. Let's try to focus on the people that are here right now and making their lives better, bring in some industry, better paying jobs, that kind of stuff before we bring in more growth and just add to the problem. I think we need to address the problems we have right now.
All right. Question number 4. What is your favorite thing about Bedford County? And what makes it a place worth protecting and improving going forward?
Honestly, the first thing that comes to mind is the land and the people. We still have working farms. We still have open space. We still have folks that look out for one another. You have communities where a handshake means something, and those kind of things don't just happen on their own, and they're not going to survive on autopilot.
Right.
So that's what really draws me to Bedford County.
Okay. All right. So that you would say then the people and the land.
Correct.
And protecting both of those.
100%.
All right. All right. Question number 5. If you had a magic wand and you could wave it today and make one change in Bedford County, what would that change be?
I have a lot in my mind that I would like to say. I'm nervous to say it, but I'm going to say it either way. And I hope some people might feel this, because it is something that is not just in Bedford County. It's something in every county throughout the United States. And I think we got to be smarter with our people's money. I think we're going to constantly ask for more tax. We need to also be trying to cut that tax when we can. And I think some of that can start by looking at our budget policy and maybe making a little bit of changes, maybe being pioneers of that change. And just for instance, or example, everybody's heard of the use it or lose it mentality. Why are we penalizing our departments for not using their full budget by giving them less the following fiscal year? Why not create some kind of budget policy where maybe half of that goes into a general fund, the other half rolls over to their next budget year, but that's a surplus of cash there, where if another department actually needs more, maybe we could take it from there instead of taking it from the taxpayers. It's just one example. And people might not want to hear that, but that's a fact that we got to do smarter and be smarter with our county taxpayers' money. Because if we imagine how much trust that builds with the taxpayers. Sure. If we give them tax credits when we can, just as much we're asking to take it away.
Yeah. It's a big factor.
Huge.
Okay. That's the last of the 5 questions, and I'm just going to throw it out there. Is there anything else that you would like to address as far as the county goes? Any other challenges you see that you would like to talk about at this point?
I know a lot of people are worried about county workers, but I want everybody to understand that, to me, there is no conflict of interest for me. Okay. I don't need to work. I strictly work because I want to give back in some way. And anybody that knows me out there at the schools, they know the kind of stuff I donate and do for our county and the people in it. I have a good heart. I want to do what's best for our county. If somebody else wins the seat, I'm fine with that. As long as I can feel comfortable with it. I want to feel comfortable with who's running my district, and every district for that reason. I want somebody who's looking out for us, and we don't want to be roughshotted in development and losing everything that makes our county great. So I want everybody to know that at home, and whoever's watching this, that I'm not a politic. I'm not polished. I'm not going to be polished. It's going to be plain spoken, and it might not sometimes be the best, and there might be a lot of pauses in it, but it's going to be honest at the end of the day. And I think that's what we're missing. So,
all right. Awesome. Jeromy, thanks for sitting down with us.
I appreciate it.
And spending this time to tell people about yourself. And thank you for watching. And we'll be back again real soon with another edition of Meet the Candidates.